This is Scott Condit for The Armory Life. I recently was afforded the opportunity to work the X-Vision Flex 2 Thermal Reflex sight, a uniquely designed thermal optic with a form factor that's wildly different from the more traditional thermal optics I've worked with in the past. Instead of consisting of a dedicated clip-on or monocular-style design, the Flex 2 uses a 2.56-inch AMOLED screen to display the visual data being gathered by the 25mm objective lens on this unit. This is an optic that kind of combines the form factor of a hollow weapon sight and gives you a nice, full-color, high-def screen to view your target through. I'll be honest, at first I was skeptical about the overall design style of this unit, but after having had the opportunity to work with it and sight in on some targets downrange, I'm pretty impressed. So first up, the Flex 2 utilizes a 384 by 288 thermal sensor and includes a 25mm coated objective lens up front. The AMOLED display screen is 2.56 inches and features a resolution of 800 by 600 with the 50Hz refresh rate. The image is crisp, clear, and has extremely low latency. At least I didn't really detect any lag on screen while I was sighting in. The unit provides you with a 1 to 4x digital magnification capability and also features a really effective and handy picture-in-picture mode with a range of 2 to 8x. The unit can detect heat signatures out to an impressive 1700 yards and has a 5-hour battery life using one of the two included rechargeable 18500 batteries. One of the features I really appreciated was a sturdy and secure quick release mechanism included at the base of the unit for attaching and detaching this from your rifle. I also really appreciated the simple and intuitive control sets. The Flex 2 includes a tactile and responsive 4-way joystick and a power button to access the menus and to control the settings. Huge shout out to whoever wrote the quick start guide and the Flex 2 user manual. It's easy to read and comprehend and gives you exactly what you need to know right out of the gate. That's not always the case with electro-optics, as many of you know. So the basic functions on this guide. When you power up the Flex 2, a status device bar appears at the top of the screen, and that displays the regular functions of the unit. The display screen functions include palette mode, contrast highlight, magnification, shutter correction mode, zeroing distance, screen brightness, laser enabling. Yep, this thing has a laser, pretty cool. Standby and current battery status. The Flex 2 includes 5 palette or image modes, which include white hot, black hot, red hot, color, and target highlight. The unit also includes a stadiometric rangefinder for determining target distances, which is pretty neat. Additionally, you have reticle menu options to designate your reticle type, reticle color, and you can choose your zeroing distance. The zeroing distances you use to range in are from 100 meters, 200 meters, and 300 meters, and you can also calibrate those to your own individual specs if you have another zeroing distance you are dialing in at. You can also save 3 combinations of reticle color and type selections. Once you've designated your reticle color and the type selection, you can store up to 3 combinations, an A, B, or C option for 3 different rifle models that you may be mounting this to. So my hands-on and first impressions working with the Flex 2. I'll be honest, first thing I did was take it out of the box, and after unboxing it, took it around the house and the studio to get a feel for it. I really like the TRH1 thermal handle attachment, which is basically a contoured grip with a Picatinny rail on top from Red Wing gear, and it made handling the device really easy and manageable, and I think it's a really neat option if you're just using this to identify targets and you don't necessarily have it mounted to a rifle. I chased some of the animals around the house and was immediately impressed with how easy the menu navigation was and how quickly you can cycle between all the color palette options and reticle options, and also how extremely high the fidelity and definition was that was able to be shown on screen. And I could definitely see how this would be very useful for various kinds of technicians, tradesmen, search and rescue guys, you name it. Anything where detecting thermal in an environment would be useful. This would be a great tool for that. The recording quality and playback was also a really nice benefit, and I like the ample 32 gigs of onboard storage that the Flex 2 includes for storing those recordings. So hitting the range, I attached the Flex 2 to my St. Edge, and I packed a few boxes of Remington Premier Match 223 for this zeroing session and headed out to the desert. At the time of writing this, it's summer in Arizona and it's really hot out. Contrary to a common misnomer, that's not a deal breaker when it comes to thermals. They're not night vision and they don't solely detect heat signatures during nighttime operations well. They detect spectrums of heat and deviations from the ambient temperatures within environments during both day and night. 2 little desert squirrels up on this ridge over here. They just popped up, so Let's see if we can get, when they're close, they're like, oh, there we go. There he is. Now that said, in cooler ambient temperatures, oftentimes at night, heat signatures will certainly be more pronounced and easy to detect. But I thought these hot midsummer day conditions would be particularly interesting for this product's quick review, because if it can still detect heat signatures in an already hot environment, that would be a testament to its performance and detection capability. As I already saw on the handheld units, picking out squirrels against the ambient kind of hot temperature in the desert excellently. So that's at kind of close range. You know, we're about 15 yards away from these little guys running around on the hills. Let's take this out to 50 and then 100 meters, approximately 50 to 100 yards and some change, and run it on the same edge. I'm gonna throw it on the 2Vets tripod. Love these guys, check them out if you haven't. So yeah, let's get after it. For this session, I took out some infinity targets, which are the rubberized self-healing targets, and a can of trusty white spray paint because I knew I could paint a cool target downrange with the paint. Spray paint's aerosolized, it comes out of the can cold, and that might help make the surface of that ID target a bit cooler than the surrounding temperatures. Additionally, the heat of the bullet impact going through the rubber should present a small and precise hotspot on target. Zeroing the optic was easier and more intuitive than I expected it to be. Using their instruction manual for the Flex 2, it was a breeze. What I really enjoyed from the beginning of the session to the end was how simple and user-friendly this optic was right out of the box. After dialing in and running a few mags, my shot placement remained consistent with the optic, and it was just a fun and intuitive experience. I can imagine that this optic would be fantastic on a hog or predator hunt. Additionally, in the extremely sunny range conditions, the AMOLED screen was bright and it was easily visible and really comfortable to view. So my takeaway on the Flex 2 is that it's a really cool piece of tech and it surprised me. Beyond utilizing it as a mounted hunting optic, scouting for predators or hogs, a search and rescue tool for first responders, for wildlife observation, and various other target ID applications. Amongst the key selling points for all users, I would say the screen size and the clarity is a big selling point. That said, I don't necessarily feel that it replaces clip-on thermals, but it's an awesome alternative solution. The versatility of being able to quickly and easily use this optic on and off the rifle to scan and identify targets, and also actively share the screen with a partner in the field to verify findings with an exceptional degree of visual clarity, it's impressive. I think the Flex 2 is an excellent tool for a wide range of environments and scenarios, and I recommend you check it out if you get the chance. This has been Scott Condit for The Armory Life. Stay safe, shoot straight. I'll see you on the next one.